anything.
How about a little vodka?
No. I don't drink every day. Besides, it's too muggy. Nanny, how long have we known each other?
How long? God help me. Let me see. When you first came here, Sonia's mother was still alive. She passed 2 winters later, so that makes it 11 years? Maybe more?
Have I changed much since then?
Of course. You were young then, and handsome. Now you're old and you drink.
Yes. In 11 years, I've become a different man. How did that happen? All I do is work, Nanny. I'm on my feet all day without a moment's peace. And when I do find time to rest, I toss and turn, worrying they'll drag me out of bed for yet another patient. In all the time you've known me, I haven't taken a single day off. How could I help growing old? Anyway, life is stupid and boring and filthy. It tears you apart. Everyone I know is a schmuck. You spend all your time with these schmucks, then one day you realize you're a schmuck. It's impossible to avoid it. And just look at this mustache. It's stupid. Nanny, I'm a schmuck. I've gotten dumber, but I'm not a complete idiot. Thank God. My brain still works, but my feelings are numb. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. I don't love anyone. Except for you, of course. Yeah. When I was a little boy, I had a nanny just like you.
Eat something, won't you, dear?
Oh. During Lent, the 3rd week, I went to Militskoye. Typhus was raging. Sick people everywhere, crammed together, filth, stench, smoke, calves lying on the floor next to sick people, pigs too. I worked all day without food or drink. When I finally got home, I couldn't even catch my breath before they brought in a railroad switchman. I just laid him on the table, and before I could even operate, he died under chloroform. And then my feelings awake and my conscience too, saying, "You killed this man." I sat down, closed my eyes, and thought, what will they think of us in 100 years, 200? Will anybody remember us? Will they have anything good to say?
Maybe not, but God will.
Thank you, Nanny. Well said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a nice nap?
Yeah. Well, ever since the professor and his wife moved in, our whole routine has gone to shit. I fall asleep at odd times. We eat spicy foods. I drink too much wine. It's unhealthy. Sonia and I used to work all the time, and now, well, Sonia still works, but I just sleep and eat and drink. It's shit.
It is unhealthy. The professor doesn't wake till noon, but the kettle boils all morning. Everything waits on him. Before they came, we ate lunch at 1 o'clock, like good Christian people. But now it's at 6, sometimes 7. He reads all night long, and then he rings me at 2. What is it, dear heart? Tea, Nanny. Wake everybody up, put the kettle on. Very unhealthy.
How long are they staying?
100 years. The professor has decided to make this his headquarters.
The tea's been ready for 2 hours, and they go on a stroll.
Oh, they're coming. Calm down.
Remarkable. Simply remarkable. Spectacular.
Remarkable, Your Excellency.
Tomorrow we're going to the forest preserve, Papa. Doesn't that sound nice?
Ladies and gentlemen, tea is served.
My friend, Would you be so kind as to bring my tea to the study? There are several matters that require my attention.
I'm sure you'd love the forest preserve, Papa.
It's hot as hell, and our celebrated scholar tromps about in an overcoat, gloves, and galoshes. And an umbrella.
Hey, taking precautions, I guess.
But she's beautiful, isn't she? Just beautiful. I've never seen anyone so beautiful in my whole life.
Whether I'm wandering, Miss Marina, or strolling through the shady orchard, or just sitting here, looking at the table, I feel so blessed. The weather is perfect, the birds are chirping, and we are all living in such peace and harmony. What more could we ask? Oh, thank you.
Her eyes, two tiny miracles in an epiphany of a woman.
Vanya, tell us something new.
Like what?
Anything but this.
There is nothing new. I am as I've always been. No. Worse. I'm lazy, I grumble, I mumble, I sleep till noon, and Mama, that old hag, still dodders about preaching women's suffrage. She's got one foot in the grave, but with the other, she's still trying to kick through the glass ceiling.
And the professor?
The professor sits in his study and writes. All day. It goes like this. With strained mind and furrowed brow, he writes ode after ode after ode in search of praise which never comes. No one's reading, old man, no one. I pity the paper. He ought to write his memoir now. There's an angle. Renowned, retired academic is revealed as a dried up old fish with gout and rheumatism. His mind is full of migraines and his liver's full of envy. That old geezer is only alive because of my sister. He lives on this estate against his will and someone else is dying. He's unbelievably lucky, and all he does is complain. This son of a sexton, a seminary student, slides straight through academia all the way to chairing his own department where he becomes Your Excellency. All because his father-in-law, my father, was a senator, etc., etc. It's nonsense. And there's more. This man has spent precisely 25 years reading and writing about art. And he knows absolutely nothing about it. That's 25 years he's just regurgitated other people's thoughts about realism and naturalism and blah, 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 blah. That's 25 years of just writing down things smart people already know and idiots couldn't care less about. That's 25 years poured out onto the pavement. And in all that time, the ego, the pretension, 25 years of just taking up space, and he walks amongst us like a demigod.
It sounds you're jealous.
Hell yes. Have you seen the way women look at him? Don Juan never had it so good. His first wife, my beautiful sister, was the gentlest soul, pure as the clear blue sky. She had more suitors than he had students, and she loved him, worshipped him like an angel. My own mother still does. And his second wife? You just saw her. Married him when he was already old. She's given up her youth, her beauty, her freedom, and for what? Why?
And she's faithful?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Because her faith is false. It's good rhetoric, but bad logic. To betray an old husband whom you can't stand is immoral. Of course. But to sacrifice your desires, your youth by staying faithful, isn't that also immoral?
Vanya, this right. Bring your husband, not bring your.
Oh, shut up, Waffles.
Excuse me, Vanya. My wife ran out on me the day after our wedding with another man on account of my unattractive face. But I have never strayed. To this day, I love her and I'm faithful to her. I help her as much as I can. I have given over my estate to her and her children and her lover. But I have never lost my pride. Nature took away her looks and death took away her lover. What does she have?
Annie, some peasants are at the kitchen door. You talk to them. I'll do the tea.
I came to see your husband. You wrote that he was very sick, rheumatism and something else, but he seems to have recovered.
Last night he was depressed and complained about pain in his legs. Today, nothing.
I nearly broke my neck galloping here, but never mind. It's not the first time. I'll just stay here until tomorrow. Maybe I'll finally get a good night's rest.
Wonderful. You hardly ever spend the night. Have you eaten?
No, I haven't.
Then you'll eat with us. We eat late these days, between 6 and 7. This tea's cold.
There's been a significant decline in the temperature of the water.
All right, Ivan Ivanich. We'll drink it cold.
Excuse me, madam. I'm sure it was my fault, but my name's Ilya Ilyich. Not Ivan Ivanich. Ilya Ilyich Telegan. Or Waffles. People call me that because of the acne scar on my face. I'm Sonia's godfather, and your husband, His Excellency, knows me very well. I live here, madam, on this estate. Madam, you may have noticed I dine with you every day.
Ilya, man. Your godfather. I'll pour you some more tea.
Oh.
What's wrong, Grandpa?
I am losing my mind. I've forgotten to tell your father. I received a parcel from Kharkov today. Pavel Alexeyevich has sent me his latest pamphlet.
Anything interesting?
Interesting, yes, but very strange. Reverse the position held for the last 7 years. Disgraceful behavior.
It's not disgraceful. It's just life. Drink your tea, Mama.
I lost my mind.
Do I need to listen? You've been talking nonstop for the last 50 years and reading those pamphlets. Can we be done?
You've grown tired of my voice. Excuse me, Jean, but in the last year you have changed so much that I hardly recognize you. You used to be strong-willed and smart and brilliant.
Ah, yes, a brain for the boonies. So brilliant that no one ever noticed. I am 47 years old, and until last year I tried, just like you, to cram my brain full of pseudo-scholarships so I wouldn't notice how empty my life was. But now, if you only knew. I can't sleep at night. I'm so depressed and angry, all that wasted time. I could have had everything. And now I am old and have nothing.
Uncle Von, this is depressing.
The weakness is in you and not your former convictions. Convictions alone are nothing. You could have done something.
Like what? We can't all be perpetual writing machines like Air Professor.
How dare you?
Grandmother, Uncle Vanya, please.
I'll be quiet. I'll say sorry. Sorry.
That sky is such a beautiful color. What would you call it?
Suicide gray.
Here, check.
What did the peasants want, Annie?
What they always want, to farm that empty field. Here, check.
Who are you calling?
That speckled hens run off with the chicks. I don't want the crows to get them.
Excuse me, Doctor? They've sent for you.
From where?
The factory.
Oh, how kind of them. Well, time to go. Damn shame.
Come back afterwards? For dinner?
No, it'll be late. Where the hell? Could you? Where is it? Isn't there a character in one of those Ostrovsky plays, the big mustache, tiny brain? Yeah, that'd be me. Well, it's been a pleasure. You ought to come down for a visit sometime. With Sonia, of course. I'd love to give you a tour of the estate. It's not very big, just 75 acres. But it's got an experimental garden and a nursery unlike anything you'll find for 1,000 miles. Oh, and my forest preserve. Technically, it belongs to the state, but the groundskeeper is old and he's always sick, so I pretty much run the place.
They told me you love trees. Why? Does not interfere with your real work? You're a doctor.
God knows.
Do you find it interesting?
Very interesting, yes.
Yes, very.
So young. What, 36, 37? It can't be that interesting. A forest preserve is just trees. Sounds boring.
Oh no, it's extremely, incredibly interesting. The doctor plants new trees every year and he protects the old ones too. He's even received awards for his work. A bronze medal and a certificate. He says forests are grace on earth. They teach people what beauty is. They teach us to appreciate beauty all around us. The forest can soften a harsh climate. In countries with milder climates, the people are gentler, sweeter, more adaptable. They speak sweetly and move gracefully, and there grows art and science and positivity and progressive thoughts toward women.
Bravo, Sonia, that was very sweet and not at all convincing. We'll always need log for the fire and barn for the timber, won't we, my friend?
You can burn peat for heat and use bricks for the barn. And even if we must chop down a couple trees, there's no need to murder all of them. Our forests are dwindling under the axe. Millions of trees are dying. The homes of animals and birds are disappearing. The rivers are growing shallow. Beautiful landscapes vanish forever because we are too lazy to find fuel in the ground. Isn't that right, madam? You'd have to be a barbarian to burn beauty in a stove. To destroy something precious for a quick fix. Man has been blessed by intellect and imagination so that he might increase Earth's abundance, but he doesn't create, only destroys. Our climate is changing, and every day the Earth becomes poorer and uglier. Don't give me that look. I know you think this is nonsense, and maybe it is, but every time I planted or a forest I've saved, I feel that I've made the planet a little safer and a little more beautiful. And if a couple hundred years from now, people are a little happier because of me, well, there's the feeling I get when I see a birch tree I've planted begin to sprout leaves. It grows green and sways in the wind, and my soul fills with such pride. Thank you. Well, time to go. But all nonsense. Farewell.
When will we see you again?
I don't know.
Will it be another month?
You're behaving very badly, Vanya. Was it necessary to fight with your mother and to call Alexander a perpetual writing machine? You picked a fight with him at breakfast too. So rude.
Well, I hate him.
There's nothing to hate. He's the same as everyone else, the same as you.
I wish you could see your face right now. The way you move, you're so careless, so beautifully careless.
I'm just bored. No one likes my husband. They pretend to pity me. Poor thing, her husband is so old. Such pity. I understand how my husband feels. What did the doctor say just now? About how men destroy forests for a quick fix? I'm not your quick fix, Vanya. What is it about men like you? You can't register a woman's indifference, especially if she belongs to someone else. There is a spirit of destruction in you, and it Spares nothing, not the trees or the birds, not the women or...
I preferred it when you were bored.
That doctor is interesting. He has a tired, nervous face. Sonya's in love with him, obviously. I can see why. He's visited 3 times, but I've been shy and can't be myself around him, can't even be nice. He must think I'm terribly rude. I guess that's why you and I get along so well, Vanya. Quite the pair. Quite the boring, tiresome pair. Stop looking at me like that.
How else can I look at you? I love you. You are my happiness, my life, my youth. I know I don't stand a chance, but just let me look at you. Stand near you, listen to your voice.
Someone will hear you.
Just let me love you. Please, that's all I need to be happy.
It's excruciating.
Act 2. The dining room. Night. Outside, the night watchman, Yefim, taps his stick. Alexander dozes in an armchair next to an open window. Yelena sits nearby, also asleep.
There. Sonia, is that you?
It's me.
Oh. Yelena. The pain is unbearable.
The blanket fell. I'll close the window.
No! I'm suffocating. Just now I dreamt my left leg belonged to someone else entirely. It woke me up. It was excruciating. It can't be the gout, probably rheumatism. What time is it?
Almost 2.
Tomorrow morning, will you look for the volume by Pashtukov in the library? I think we have it.
What?
Pashtukov, in the morning. Why is it so hard to breathe?
Tired. You haven't slept for 2 nights.
They say Turgenev developed angina from his gout. Maybe that's what's happened to me. Damn this disgusting old age. Damn it to hell. I'm so old, I can't stand to look at myself. I'm sure all of you are disgusted by me.
You make it seem like it's our fault that you're old.
I disgust you most of all. Of course I do. I get it. I'm not stupid. You're young, healthy, beautiful. You want to live, but you're stuck with an old corpse. What? Think I don't get it? It's ridiculous that I've lived this long. It won't be much longer. You'll be rid of me soon enough.
I'm exhausted. For God's sake, please be quiet.
You're all exhausted because of me. You're bored. You've destroyed your youth. I'm the only one that's happy, of course.
This is torture.
Torture everyone here, I know.
It is unbearable. What do you want from me?
Nothing.
Then be quiet.
It's funny. When Vanya rattles on, or my mother-in-law, that old fool, everyone pays attention, but when I speak, somehow it's torture. Even my voice is repulsive. Okay, fine. I am repulsive, an egotistical tyrant, but haven't I earned the right in my old age? Don't I have the right to some peace and a little attention from someone?
Someone is ignoring you. I'm closing the window. It's going to rain. No one is ignoring you.
I've dedicated my whole life to scholarship. I grew up into my office, my lecture hall, my esteemed colleagues, and suddenly it's all gone. Instead, I find myself buried in this tomb. Every day I'm confronted with the same stupid people, listen to the same insignificant gossip. I want to live. I want it all back, my success, my fame, but here I am, in exile. Every moment I long for the past. I watch others succeed while I sit here, afraid of death. I can't stand it. I don't have the strength, and no one will forgive me for growing old.
Alexander. Soon, I'll also be old.
Papa, you sent for Dr. Astrov, and now that he's come, you won't even see him. You're being rude.
I don't care about your Astrov. He knows as much about medicine as I do about astronomy.
Well, we can't bring an entire hospital here to treat your gout.
I won't speak to that schmuck.
Fine. Whatever. I don't care.
What time is it now?
Just past 2.
It's so stuffy in here. Sonia, get me my drops. Not those! God, does no one listen to me?
You're behaving like a child. Maybe some people will put up with this, but I won't. I don't like it, and I don't have time for it. I have to be up early tomorrow to bale the hay.
There's a storm coming. What did I tell you? I'm here to relieve the night watch. Yelena, Sonia, out to bed.
Don't leave me. He'll talk and talk and talk me to death.
It's not like you listen. Yelena, Sonia, please, back to bed. They haven't slept for 2 nights.
Let them rest. Let me rest too. Thank you for the offer, but in the name of our former friendship...
Our former friendship.
Quiet, Uncle Vanya.
Please don't leave me here with him. He'll talk me to death.
This is getting farcical.
Nanny, go to bed. It's very late.
How can I? The kettle is boiling.
No one can. Everyone is exhausted. I alone am in a state of bliss.
What's wrong, my dear? Are you in pain? My legs ached you all night long. You've been in pain for so long. I remember how Sonia's mother, God bless her soul, used to worry about you. She hardly slept either. She was so worried. She loved you so much. Old people are like babies. All we want is attention, and no one ever listens. Now, let's go to bed, dear heart. Come, I'll make you some Lenten tea, and I'll warm your little legs. And I'll pray for you.
Let's go, Nick.
My legs ached too all night long. Dear Miss Vera nearly killed herself. She was worried so. You were too little to remember, Sonia.
Oh, he's killing me. I can barely stand.
He's killing you, and I'm killing myself, and I haven't slept for 3 nights.
Something is wrong with this house. Your mother hates everything except her pamphlets and my husband. My husband is angry all the time, doesn't trust me, is afraid of you. Sonia behaves like a child, sulks with her father with me. She hasn't spoken to me in almost 2 weeks. And you openly abuse my husband and disrespect your mother. I've almost burst into tears 20 times today. Something is very wrong with this house.
Enough! This is boring.
You are an educated, intelligent man, Vanya. You should understand that it's not crime or war that will destroy us. It's these stupid, petty, everyday squabbles. These meaningless fights, these daily doses of hatred. They're poisoning us all. Please, stop picking fights with everyone. Make peace here instead.
But first, make peace with me, my love.
Let that go away!
As you wish. It'll stop raining soon. Everything will be washed clean. We'll breathe easy again. Everyone will cool off. Except for me. I am haunted. I am haunted by my wasted past and mocked by the meaningless present. And so, here is my life, and here is my love, and what am I to do with that? These are my deepest and truest feelings, and they perish when you ignore them like sunlight falling into a ditch. It's killing me.
I don't know what to say. When you speak of love, I go numb. Forgive me. Good night.
If you only knew how I suffer, knowing that another life in this house is being wasted, yours. Damn your morals, what's stopping you? Take a chance.
Wrong.
So what?
Where's the doctor?
In my room, asleep. So what if I am drunk? Anything's possible.
You drink so much.
Because it makes me feel alive. Don't judge, Ellen.
You never used to drink. You never talked like this either. Go to bed. You're boring me to death.
My love, my miracle.
Leave me alone. You disgust me.
She's gone. I met her at my sister's 10 years ago. She was 17, I was 37. Why didn't I fall for her then? I should have proposed. It would have been so simple, and she'd be my wife now. Yes. And we'd be asleep, and the storm would wake her, and I'd hold her, and I'd whisper, "Don't be afraid, love. I'm here." Sounds so beautiful and terrifying. Why am I old? Why doesn't she understand me? God, her stupid morals and that silly speech about making peace. I hate that. I have been deceived. I used to worship the professor, that rheumatic, gout-ridden fool. I worked like a dog for him. Sonia and I, we squeezed every last drop out of this estate. We lived like peasants. We sold vegetable oil and beans and cheese and nearly starved just so we could send him a few kopecks every month. I was so proud of him then. When I thought he was a genius, his words filled me. Now that I see that his work has amounted to nothing, I too am nothing. He is a soap bubble, and I am a fool.
Play!
People are sleeping.
Play. All alone. No ladies. The storm woke me. Some rain. What time is it?
Who gives a damn?
I thought I heard Yelena.
She was just here.
Magnificent woman. A menagerie of medicines from Kharkov, Moscow, Minsk. Is he even sick or just pretending?
He's sick.
Why so sad? Do you feel bad for the professor?
Leave me alone.
Or maybe you're in love with Mrs. Professor.
We are friends.
Already.
What do you mean already?
Well, a woman can only become friends with a man in 3 steps. First, they are acquaintances, then they are lovers, and then finally, friends.
Yeah, that's crass.
And that's life. I'm drunk. How does that happen? I only drink once a month, I swear, but when I do, I am crass and fearless. I perform impossible surgeries. I make brilliant plans for the future. When I'm drunk, I forget that I'm a schmuck and believe I will save all of mankind. All of it. And when I'm in this state, my religion becomes crystal clear. And you, my brothers, appear to me like tiny insects, little microbes. Waffles, play.
Oh, my dear, nothing would please me more than to please you, but the whole house is asleep.
Play. I need a drink. Ah, there's some cognac left. When the sun will go to my Lego. I have an assistant who says that. Lego. Instead of let's go. Lego. He's an asshole. Excuse me, I forgot my tie.
Drunk? With the doctor? Again? I mean, he's always like this, but at your age, Uncle, it isn't pretty.
Age is nothing. When you have no life, you must live your dreams. It's better than nothing.
The hay's been cut, but it rains nonstop. Everything is rotting, and you're living your dreams? You've given up on work, and I do everything myself. I'm worn out. Uncle, are you crying?
It's nothing. Silly. The way you looked at me just now, you look just like your mother. My dear, sweet sister, where is she now? She only knew.
Knew what?
The sadness. It's nothing. After all it's nothing. I'm going.
Dr. Astrov, are you asleep? Can we talk?
Come in. What can I do for you?
Drink all you want. But please, don't get my uncle drunk. It isn't good for him.
We won't drink anymore. I'm going home. It's been settled. By the time the horses are saddled, it'll be light out.
But it's still raining. Wait until morning.
Storm's almost over. We just caught the end of it. I'm going, but please, don't ask me to come see your father again. I tell him he has gout. He says, "No, you fool, it's rheumatitis." I tell him, "Lie down." He says, "I'm sitting up." Tonight he won't even talk to me.
He's spoiled. Are you hungry?
Yes.
I love eating late at night. Look, we have leftovers. They say that my father was too popular with the ladies, that they spoiled him rotten. Here, have some cheese.
I haven't eaten all day. Your father is a difficult man. May I? Between us, I wouldn't last a month in this house. I'd suffocate. There's your father with his books and his gout, you with his depression, your grandmother. Oh, and then there's your stepmother.
What about her?
Everything about a person should be in harmony. Her face, her clothes, her soul, and her thoughts. Your stepmother looks beautiful, but she doesn't do anything. She eats, sleeps, walks, charms. That's it. She does nothing, and everyone waits on her. A boring life cannot cannot have harmony. I'm being harsh. I'm dissatisfied with my life, just like your Uncle Vanya. We are two cranky old schmucks.
You don't love your life?
I love life in general. But this provincial life, this small-minded existence, this non-existence, yeah, I hate it with my entire being. There's nothing good about my life. Personally, I'm working harder than ever, and there's no light at the end of the tunnel. At this point, I don't expect anything from anyone. I don't think I'm capable of loving people. I haven't felt love towards anyone in a long time.
You don't love anyone?
No one. No, I love your nanny, but that's just nostalgia. Look around. The peasants are ignorant, backward, and living in filth, and the intelligentsia are just as bad. It's exhausting. Everyone is so self-centered that they can't see past their own noses. Even the so-called educated ones end up drowning in their own psychobabble and drama. They meet someone new and label him immediately.
A little bit. Why?
He's an eccentric,
You're good.
or a phony. And if they can't find a label that sticks, they judge him on his actions. Oh, he loves trees. That's strange. Meet even stranger. It's impossible to find an honest connection with nature, let alone people.
Don't, please.
Why not?
It's not like you. You're elegant, noble. You have such a gentle voice. You're more refined than anyone I know. Drinking and gambling, that's for ordinary people. Why would you want to contract their disease? Don't. I beg you. I mean, you always talk about how people don't create, only destroy. Why would you want to destroy yourself? Please, you mustn't. I beg you.
I won't drink anymore.
Promise?
I promise.
Oh, thank you.
Basta! I'm sober, see? Drinking for as long as I live. Where were we? People are impossible. And I'm numb. I'm overworked, vulgar, old. I have no interest in having attachments. I don't love anyone. I wouldn't even know how. But I'm still moved by beauty. I imagine that if Yelena wanted, she could change my mind, but that's not love. That's
What?
I had a patient die on me during Lent under chloroform.
Need to forget that. Tell me, doctor, if I had a friend or a younger sister that loved you, if you found out, how would that make you feel?
I don't know. I'd probably feel nothing. I guess I'd try to get her to understand that I'm incapable of returning such feelings. But I don't think about things like that. Well, I'd better get going or we'll be here all night. Good night, my dear. I'll sneak out this way or else your uncle will catch me.
He didn't say anything. Why am I so happy? I told him, you're elegant, noble. I can't believe I said that. Oh, his voice is so gentle. It caresses you. I still feel it in the air. But when I asked him about my sister, he didn't understand. Why am I so ugly? Last week as we were leaving church, I heard two old ladies talking about me. Poor dear. She's such a good girl, but so plain. So plain.
The rain has stopped. Oh, smell that fresh air. Where's the doctor?
He left.
Sonia,
What?
how long are you going to ignore me? We've done no harm to each other. Why should we behave like enemies? Let's make peace with each other. Come, enough.
I'd like that. Enough being angry.
Wonderful.
Is Papa asleep?
No, he's in the study. We haven't talked in weeks. God knows why. What's this?
The doctor was hungry.
There's wine. Let's make a toast.
Yes, let's.
We'll drink from the same glass. It's better that way. Friends.
Friends. I've wanted to make up for a long time, but I was ashamed.
Why are you crying? There. Oh, now I've caught it too. Yeah. I know why you were angry. You think I married your father for his money. Believe me, I married him out of love. When we first met, I was dazzled by him, his intellect, his fame. It wasn't real love. I know that now, but I thought it was. Don't blame me, please. Ever since our wedding, I could see the accusations in your eyes.
Peace, please. Let's forget about that.
I shouldn't look at people like that. It makes you ugly. If you can't trust anyone, life becomes impossible.
Now that we're friends, tell me, are you happy?
No.
I knew it! Okay, one more, tell me. Wouldn't you rather have a young husband?
Of course I would. What else? Ask away.
Do you like the doctor?
Yes.
Oh, I must look stupid. Do I? I mean, he's just left and I can still hear his voice, his footsteps. Sometimes I think I see his face in the glass of the window. I'll tell you everything. Oh, I should be quiet. I'm so embarrassed. Let's talk in my room. Do you think I'm stupid? Tell me something about him.
Like what?
He's a genius. He can do everything. He knows everything. He takes care of everyone. People, plants, trees.
More than that, he has a vision. He plants trees today and sees the happiness of tomorrow. People like that are very rare and they deserve to be loved. He drinks, he can be crass, but so what? He's talented and Russian, so he can't be pure. Imagine. He sloughs through mud roads and sleet and snow to cure the most ordinary of illnesses and completely unexceptional people. And he does it every day. You can hardly expect him to stay sober. I want you to be happy from the bottom of my heart. Me, I'm nothing. A minor character in the final act. To tell the truth, Sonia, I'm very unhappy. There's no happiness left for me on this earth. Why are you laughing?
I'm just so happy.
I want to play the piano. Oh, yes, I want to play something right now.
Hey, I can't sleep now. Play.
In a minute. Your father's still awake. When he's sick, music irritates him. Go ask. If he doesn't mind, I'll play. Go on.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I haven't played in years. I'm gonna play and cry like a baby. Is that you, Yefim?
Yes.
Please be quiet. The master is sick.
I'm leaving now. Oh, come here, Zaka.
Boy.
He said no.
Act 3. The living room. 3 doors, left, right, center. Daytime. Vanya and Sonia are seated. Yelena paces, thinking.
Our professor has expressed a desire to see us gather in the living room at 1 o'clock sharp. It's a quarter till. He wants to inform the world of something.
Business, probably. Boring.
What business? He writes nothing and then complains about it.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Look at her, prowling like a lazy tiger. Beautiful.
You buzz like a boring bee. I'm dying. I have nothing to do.
there's plenty to do, if you want to.
What?
We always need help with the house, or you could teach at the local schools. Before you and Papa came, Uncle Vanya and I used to take the flour to the market by ourselves, and
I don't know how to do those things. And I'm not interested in learning.
you might like it if you tried. Don't be bored, darling. It's contagious. I mean, look at Uncle Vanya. He has caught it. These days, he does nothing except follow you around like a shadow. Even I've abandoned my chores just to talk to you. Dr. Astrov? Hardly ever visited. I practically had to beg him to come, and now he's here every day. He's abandoned his patients and his forest preserve. You've caught us all in your spell.
Why let yourself be bored? You've got siren's blood in your veins, my love. Be true to yourself. Let down your hair. Let yourself run free. Fall in love with a young sailor and dive in head first. Leave Air Professor and the rest of us on shore, watching helplessly as you swim away.
Oh, stop it. Both of you. What cruel things to say.
Wait, my love. I apologize. Please forgive me. Peace.
You try the patience of a saint.
And for putting up with me, St. Ellen, I will go and pick you a bouquet. Autumn roses. Beautiful and sad.
Autumn roses. So beautiful, so sad.
It's only September. How will we ever make it to winter? Where's the doctor?
In Uncle Vanya's room, writing. I need to talk to you.
About what? There.
I'm so ugly.
You have beautiful hair.
No, that's what people say to an ugly woman. You have such beautiful eyes, such lovely hair. I've been in love with him for 6 years. I love him more than my own mother. All I hear is the sound of his voice. All I feel is the touch of his hand. I used to wait for him to come every day. No luck. But then you arrive, and now he comes every day, just like that. It's torture. Oh, God, I'm losing hope. I stay up all night praying. I'm so shameless. I can't control myself. I find any excuse to linger near him, to ramble on about something, to just look at him. And he looks right through me. It's all so awful. I can't go on. I've told everyone how I feel about him. Even Uncle Vanya. All the servants know. Everyone knows.
Does he know?
No. He doesn't notice me.
He's a curious man. I know. I'll talk to him. I'll drop some hints. Come now. It's time to find out one way or another. Will you let me speak to him? Good. So, either he loves you or he doesn't. That's easy enough to find out. Don't worry, I'll be very discreet. It's a simple yes or no. If it's no, you should probably stop coming here, right? It'll be easier that way. Let's not put it off. I'll speak to him right away. He wanted to show me some maps. Go tell him I want to see him.
You'll tell me the truth?
Of course. The truth is better than not knowing. Leave it to me.
I'll tell him you want to see his maps. Maybe it's better not to know. Then there's still hope.
You say something?
No.
There's nothing worse than knowing someone else's secret and not being able to help. He doesn't love her, that's clear. But that doesn't mean he won't marry her. She's not good looking, she's right about that, but she'd make a fine partner to a man like him. A country doctor's wife. She's smart, she's sweet, she's pure. No, it won't work. Poor thing. I understand her. Stuck with the same boring people all the time, talking about the same boring things, and then he comes around. So different, so passionate, so handsome. He's like a full moon on a dark night. You can't help but give in to the charms of a man like that. You forget yourself. I think even I'm attracted to him a little. The truth is, I'm so bored, and when he's around, I'm anything but. Vanya said there's a siren's blood in my veins. Let down your hair, let yourself run free. Well, why not? Maybe it's what I need. To fly away like a bird from these boring conversations and forget that you all exist. I'm a coward. I'm scared my conscience would weigh on me. I feel guilty already. I should throw myself at Sonia's feet and beg for her forgiveness.
Hello, you wanted to see me?
Yes. You promised to show me your maps. Is now a good time?
Of course. Where were you born?
St. Petersburg.
And where did you go to school?
Conservatory.
This may not interest you.
Why not? I'm a city girl, but I've read a great deal about the countryside.
I have my own desk in Vanya's room. When I'm completely exhausted, dead to the world, I drop everything to run here. I can lose myself in this work for an hour or two. Vanya and Sonia click away at their accounts, and I scratch and scribble with my paints. It's warm and peaceful, like heaven on earth. But I don't indulge like this often, maybe once a month. Now look here. This is a map of our district, 50 years ago. Now the dark and light green areas are forests. See, over half the region is covered with them. Now the red cross-hatching, that indicates the presence of elk and wild goats. And here I've indicated both flora and fauna. On this lake there used to be flocks of swans and geese, birds of every kind, according to the old-timers. In addition to the villages, you can see these small settlements, tiny farms, little monasteries, even a water mill. Lots of cattle and horses. Now look at this one. This is our district 25 years ago. Less than 1/3 green, no more goats, but a few elk remain. The green and blue are faded, and so on. Now the third map, our district at present, mere patches of green. The elks are gone, and so are the swans and geese. No more farms or monasteries or the water mill. Now together these maps show that slowly but surely this whole region will sink into an irreversible decline, maybe 10 to 15 years. You might call that natural evolution, the old giving way to the new, and I'd allow that if only these forests were demolished to give way to schools, paved roads, railroads, anything that made people smarter or healthier or wealthier. But instead we give way to swamps, mosquitoes, poverty, typhus, diphtheria, fires. The land is declining because we're standing still. When a sick man is desperate to survive, he'll destroy everything around him with no thought for tomorrow. I can see this doesn't interest you.
Oh, it's just that I don't quite get it.
There's nothing to get. You're just not interested.
To be honest, my mind is somewhere else. Forgive me. I must ask you something, and I'm embarrassed and don't know where to begin.
Just ask.
Let's sit. The matter concerns a young woman we both know. I hope we can talk like friends. We'll be honest, and then we'll never speak of this again. Yes?
Yes.
It's about Sonia, my stepdaughter. Do you like her?
I have a great deal of respect for Sonia.
Do you like her as a woman?
No.
One more question. You haven't noticed the way she looks at you?
No.
You don't love her. I can see it in your eyes. But she loves you and she's suffering. Please understand. You must stop coming here.
I'm too old for this. When would I have the time?
Ah, such an unpleasant subject. I feel like a great weight has been lifted from my shoulders. Well, thank goodness that's over. Let's forget about it. You're an intelligent man, you understand?
If you said something last month or the month before, I might have considered it, but now, of course she's suffering. There's just one thing I don't understand. Why did you have to ask me? You really are something.
What do you mean?
Sonia's suffering, is she? Then why are you the one full of questions? Oh, please don't look so surprised. You know exactly why I come here every day. Don't look at me like that. My sweet little minx. I'm an old hand at this.
Minx? I don't know what you're talking about.
You beautiful, fluffy tigers. You need prey, and I've been here a whole month doing absolutely nothing, putting everything else on hold, and you love every second of it. Well, I'm yours. You knew before you asked me those ridiculous questions. I submit. Go on. Devour your prey.
Have you lost your mind?
Don't be shy.
I'm better than you think. I would never stoop so low.
All right. I'll go. And I won't return. But where can we meet? Tell me quickly before anyone comes in. You are so beautiful. Just one kiss. Just let me kiss your beautiful hair.
I swear to you.
Swear? Don't say anything. God, you are so beautiful. Your hands.
Easy. You have forgotten yourself.
Just tell me, where can we meet tomorrow? Oh, we must see each other. Just come to the forest tomorrow. Around 2? Yes, will you come?
Let me go. Oh, this is horrible.
It's nothing. Yes, nothing.
Oh, nice weather we're having today. Hey, Vanya? Looks like it was gonna rain this morning, but now the sky is clear. Full of promise. Looks like we'll have a beautiful autumn after all. Too bad the days are getting shorter. Well.
I need you to make sure that my husband and I leave here today. You hear me? Today.
What? Yes, fine, Ellen. I saw everything. Everything.
You hear me? Today.
I haven't been feeling well myself, Your Excellency. For the last 2 days, I've been getting these headaches.
Is everyone? I hate this house. It's like a labyrinth. 26 enormous rooms, everybody in a different one. You can't find anyone. Tell Maria Vasilyevna we await her presence. Oh, and find my wife.
I'm right here.
Of course. Let's sit, shall we?
What did he say?
Later.
You're shaking. You can't even look at me. I see. He won't be coming here anymore, will he? Yes or no?
One can find peace with his health, but I simply cannot bear this country life. Feel like I've fallen off the face of the earth and onto another planet. Please, everyone take your seats. Sonia? Sonia! She doesn't listen. Nanny, please sit. Now, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
Am I needed here? Can I go?
No, Vanya, please. We need you most of all.
Well, what do you want?
Vanya, please. That tone. If I have offended you in any way, please forgive me.
Alexander, please. That tone. Enough. Let's get down to business. What do you want?
Here is Mama. Now we may begin. Ladies and gentlemen, I've called you here to discuss some very serious news. I've just found out I have 3 months to live. Just kidding. In all seriousness, none of us are getting younger, and we have to start looking towards our futures. I am a mere scholar, a man of books and letters, not incomes and expenses. I have always relied on your experience in these matters, and now I turn to you, my dear Vanya, and of course you, Ivan Ivanitch, and you, my dear Mama, for your expert advice. I am old. My life is over. I must now think of my young wife and my unmarried daughter. This country life, it's simply not for us. It won't do. However, we cannot live comfortably in the city, not based on the income this estate currently provides. If we were to sell the land, we'd lose that income. Therefore, we must seek out a solution that will provide us with a continuous, more or less fixed income. I have discovered one such solution that I now propose for your consideration. Our estate delivers maybe 2% on investment. I propose we sell it. We can then invest the profit in stocks and bonds, which will provide a 4 to 5% return each year, and a surplus, with which we can purchase a small home in Finland.
Hang on. I must have misheard you. Say that again?
We can invest these stocks and bonds, and with the surplus, we can purchase a small home in Finland.
Not Finland. The other thing.
I propose we sell the estate.
That's it! Spectacular! And where will I live? And Mama and Sonia.
Don't need to decide right away.
Hang on. Until this very moment, I've been crazy enough to believe that this estate belongs to Sonia. Yes? My father bought this estate as a dowry for my sister, which, when she died, was handed down to Sonia. Or do we now live under Turkish law?
Of course the estate belongs to Sonia. No one is disputing that. I would never sell it without her permission. What I'm proposing is for her own good.
This is unbelievable. Either I've lost my mind or...
Do not argue with Alexander. He knows what's best.
Give me some water. Now say whatever you want.
You don't understand why you're so upset. I'm not saying my plan is perfect. If everyone finds it unsuitable, then I won't insist.
You see, Your Excellency, I have the highest regard for scholarship and a family connection as well. My brother, Grigory Ilych's wife's brother, maybe you know him, Konstantin Trefmovich Lektemov, had a master's degree, and...
Not now, Waffles! We're working! Later! Yes. Ask him! After all, the estate was purchased from his uncle.
What should I ask him?
This estate was purchased for $95,000. Spectacular! But only $70,000 was paid outright. A mortgage of $25,000 remained. My father's down payment included my inheritance, which I was only too happy to sacrifice because I loved my sister so. And I worked like a dog for 10 years to pay off the remaining debt.
I'm sorry I brought this up.
And now that we are finally debt-free, now that I'm old, you want to toss me out on my...
The point of this.
For 25 years I have managed this estate. I worked day and night, sent you every kopeck I had like a conscientious little servant. And in all that time, not once did you thank me. All that time, even when I was young and even now, I've received the same salary from you. 500 a year. Even a beggar occasionally gets a raise.
Vanya, how could I have known? I'm not a practical person. You could have given yourself a raise.
And steal from you. I'm an idiot because I didn't think to steal. Of course, if I had, I wouldn't be a beggar, which is all I am now.
Vanya, please. Don't do this. I'm shaking. Why ruin a good friendship? Don't.
For 25 years, I've lived here, shut up with my mother like a mole. Every thought, every feeling was about you. Only you. In the daytime, we talked about your work. We took pride in you, spoke your name with reverence. In the evening, we read your books and journals till our eyes were numb, and now I despise those same words.
Vanya, please don't. I can't take it.
What do you want from me?
We thought you were a god. We learned your essays by heart, and now that my eyes are open, I see the emperor has no clothes. You write about art. You know nothing about art. Your work, which I worshipped, isn't worth a kopeck. Congratulations, you fooled us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, will someone please stop him? I've had enough.
Please shut up. Do you hear me?
I will not shut up! I'm not finished. You ruined my life. I haven't lived. The best years of my life were destroyed for your sake. You are my worst enemy.
I can't take it. I can't. I'm leaving.
What do you want from me, Vanya? If the estate is yours, then take it. It is nothing to me. You are nothing to me.
I'm leaving. This is hell. I can't take it anymore.
My life is over. I was talented, intelligent, bold. I could have been a Chopin or a Dostoevsky. What am I talking about? I'm losing my mind. Mother!
Listen to Alexander.
Nanny!
Mama, what should I do? No, don't say it. I know what to do. You won't forget me.
Well, what the hell was that about? Keep that madman away from me. His room is right next to mine. He has got to stay far away, at the opposite end of the estate, under another roof.
Or we could leave. I'm packing now.
Just nothing.
Have pity, Papa, please. Vanya and I are so unhappy. Please have pity. Remember how Uncle Vanya and Grandma used to translate your books? Copy your papers? They stayed up all night, every night. Uncle Vanya and I have worked without rest, afraid of wasting any money on ourselves. We sent you everything. Sometimes we wouldn't eat. This is coming out all wrong, but try to understand, Papa. Try to have some pity.
Alexander, go make up with him. Please.
All right. Talk to him. I'm not blaming him for anything, and I'm not angry at all. But you must admit his behavior has been very strange. But if you wish, I'll go.
Be patient with him. Calm him down.
Nanny, can...
Nothing, my baby. These geese, they just squawk and then they stop. Squawk and stop.
Nanny,
You're shaking like a leaf. Don't cry, my child. God is good. Come, I'll make you some tea. Some linden or that nice raspberry you like. Don't cry, my child. These geese will be gone soon.
Bang!
Oh my God!
What now?
Somebody stop him. He's lost his mind.
Speak to me. You hear me?
Let me go, Ellen, let me go. Where is he? There. Bang! Is he dead? Missed again? Fucking hell!
Here, take me away. Kill me. I don't care. Just get me out. I can't stay here.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
Nanny! Nanny!
Act 4. Vanya's room. Also the estate office. On one side a bed, the other a study. There is a large table with account books and papers, a writing desk, an old bookcase, some scales. There is a smaller table for Ashdrab covered with drawings and paints. A portfolio is nearby. Also in the room, a small cage with 2 starlings, a map of Africa on the wall for some reason, a largely badly upholstered sofa. To the left, there is a door to the other rooms. To the right, a door to the outside. Near that door, a large floor mat for people to wipe their feet. Autumn, evening. Silence. Waffles and Marina sit across from each other.
Hurry up, Nanny.
There's not much.
They've
There's
simply.
not much left now.
Oh, they're going to Kharkov. To live!
Better that way.
They're really scared. Miss Yelena kept screaming, I will not live in this house for 1 minute longer! We'll go to live in Kharkov and just send for our things! They're leaving empty-handed. It's God's will, Nanny. They were just not made to live here. That's fate.
That's life. It's better this way. All that squawking and shooting. Shame on them.
That's quite the scene.
I wish I'd never seen it. Now things can go back to our normal routine. We will eat lunch. We will have morning tea at 8. Lunch at 1 like good Christian people. I miss noodles.
We haven't had noodles in a long time. A long time. This morning, Nanny, I was walking to the village and a shoekeeper said to me, Hey, are you still mooching off those people? It really hurt me.
Don't worry about it, dear. We're all God's moochers. You, Sonia, Vanya, we all work hard and we all contribute. Where is Sonia?
In the garden. She's with the doctor, looking for Vanya. They're afraid he'll hurt himself.
Where's his pistol?
I hid it in the cellar.
You old sinner.
Leave me alone. You two too, you're all eyeing me all of the time and I can't stand it.
Of course, Vanya. Ran away.
Quack, quack, quack.
Go away.
I wanted to leave hours ago, but I repeat, I'm not leaving until you return what you took.
I didn't take anything.
And I've already stayed too long.
I didn't take anything.
Really? Okay, alright, yeah. We'll sit here and wait. But I will use force if I have to. I'll tie you up and search you. I mean it, Vanya.
Whatever. Idiot. I shot him twice and missed both times. I'll never forgive myself.
If you don't want to miss, you could aim at yourself.
It's strange. I tried to shoot someone and no one's arrested me. They must think I'm insane. I'm insane, but none of you are. Now, not the professor who pretends to have brains, not his wife who pretends to have morals, and not you. I saw how you held her.
Yes, and
the whole world is crazy putting up with people like you.
That's stupid.
So what? I'm insane.
Old, you're not insane. You're just a fool. And a schmuck. I used to think that schmuckery was a disease, but lately I've come to the conclusion that we're all schmucks. You're normal.
I'm so ashamed. If you only knew. Please, this feeling, it's worse than pain. I can't take it. What do I do? What do I do?
Nothing.
Give me something. I'm 47 years old. If I have to live to be 60, oh God, that's 13 more years. It's too long. How will I survive? How will I spend my days? You must understand. If I have to live any longer, I need to start over. If I could just wake up on a clear, quiet morning and feel that something new is beginning, that my whole past has been blown away like smoke, please tell me, how do I begin a new life? Where do I begin?
To hell with you. There is nothing new. You and I are the same. We're hopeless.
Really?
Yes.
Give me something. It burns here.
A couple hundred years from now, people will look back on our lives and hate us for being so stupid. Maybe they will figure out how to be happy, but you and I, all we have to look forward to is being haunted by ghosts. Hopefully nice ones. Yes, brother, we were once the only two intelligent, decent men in this town, but something dragged us down into the muck. This rotten life has poisoned our life, and we've become schmucks, just like everyone else. Anyway, give me back what you took.
I didn't take anything.
You took a bottle of morphine from my bag. Listen, if you're gonna kill yourself, do it in the woods. But give me back my morphine, or everyone will think that I helped you. I'm gonna be the one that has to do the autopsy. You think I want to do that?
Leave me alone!
Sonia, your uncle has stolen a bottle of morphine from my bag and won't give it back. Please tell him he's being ridiculous. I don't have time for this. I have to go.
Uncle, did you take morphine from the doctor?
He did. I'm certain.
Give it back. Why are you frightening us like this? Give it back, Uncle Vanya. I am at least as unhappy as you are, but you don't see me giving in to despair. We must accept life as it is until we die. You must accept it too. Give it back, dear, sweet, decent Uncle Vanya. Give it back. You're a good man. Be good to us and give it back. You must accept this life, Uncle, please.
Jesus, take it! But we must get back to work right away. We have to do something, or else I can't. I can't.
Yes, of course. We'll sit down right after we see them off. This is a mess.
I can go.
Vanya, are you in here? Go see Alexander. He has something to say to you.
Come, Uncle Vanya, let's go together. You must make peace with Papa.
I'm leaving.
So soon.
They're bringing the horses around.
Very well.
You promised me you'd leave today.
I remember. I'm leaving now. Is this all so terrible?
Yes.
Then stay. You could meet me tomorrow in the forest.
Oh, I've made up my mind. I can't look you in the eye right now. But I did have one request. Please, think well of me. I'd like you to respect me.
Stay. I beg you. Admit that you have nothing left on this earth, nothing else to occupy your time, that your life is meaningless, and sooner or later you'll give in to your desires. It's inevitable. Better than in Kharkov or Kursk. Here it'd be poetic, amongst the trees in the open air, like something out of Turgenev.
You're so silly. I'm angry with you, but I shall think of you fondly. You are an interesting, original man. Ugh, hell, we're never gonna see each other again, so I might as well tell you the truth. I was attracted to you, a little. Now let's shake hands and part as friends. Please think well of me.
All right, go. You know, you're not a bad person, but there's something strange about you. You and your husband arrive, and we all get infected by your idleness. Even I was infatuated. I haven't done anything for a whole month. People got sick. The cows are trampling our forest. You and Alexander, you destroy everything in your sight. I'm joking, of course, but still, it's very strange. If you did stay, I'd never survive it. It wouldn't be good for you either, so go. Finita la commedia.
I'm taking this pencil to remember you.
Funny, isn't it? We just got to know each other, and now we'll never see each other again. That's life. Look, since we're alone, before Vanya walks in again with his flowers, may I kiss you? A goodbye kiss? That was very nice.
Good luck with everything. Oh, for once in my life. What the hell? I need to go.
By all means, if the horses are ready.
I hear them coming.
Finita!
The past is the past. No point in going over it. So much has happened in the last few hours, I feel like I have a whole new philosophy on life. I finally have material for a new book. So, your apology is accepted. I hope you will accept mine. Goodbye.
Everything will be as it was. You will continue to receive the same amount every month.
Mama.
Alexander, have your picture taken again and send it to me. You know how dear you are to me.
Farewell, Your Excellency. Don't forget us.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for your excellent company. I respect your enthusiasm, your way of thinking, and your spontaneity. But if you will indulge some parting advice from an old man, make something of yourselves. Time to roll up your sleeves and get to work. Okay? Best of luck.
Goodbye. Please forgive me. We will never see each other again.
Farewell, my dear friend.
Waffles, could you tell them to bring the horses around?
Of course. My friend.
You're not going to see them off.
No. I'm worn out. I need to get to work.
They've gone. I bet the professor's happy.
They've gone.
They've gone. God bless them. Well, Uncle Vanya, let's get to work.
Work.
It's been a long time since we sat at this table together. Look, the ink is dried up. I'm sad they've gone.
They've gone.
Let's do the bills first, Uncle Vanya. These accounts are a mess. They sent another notice today. Here, you take this one, I'll do another.
To whom it may concern, account number.
Time for a nap.
It's so quiet now. Just the scratching of pens and the chirping of crickets. Warm. Cozy. I don't want to leave. They're bringing my horses around. All that's left is to say goodbye. Goodbye to you, my friends. Goodbye, my little table. And we're off.
What's the rush? Sit.
I can't.
And the debt still remaining amounts to...
Doctor, your horses are ready.
I heard them. Here, take these maps. Be careful with the maps.
Yes, sir.
Well,
When will we see you again?
not before the summer, probably. Definitely not the winter. Of course, if you need anything, let me know. I'll come. Thank you for your food, your hospitality, your kindness. In a word, everything. Goodbye, old lady.
You're leaving without tea?
Don't feel like any.
How about a little vodka?
Yeah, perhaps just one for the road. My horse is limping for some reason. I noticed it yesterday.
Have him reshoed.
I'll have to go to the blacksmith and Rose de Veno. No way around it. Must be hotter than hell right now in Africa.
Yes, it must.
You should never drink on an empty stomach.
I'll take it like this. Good luck, everyone. No need to show me out, Nanny.
February 2nd, vegetable oil, 20 pounds. February 16th, vegetable oil, 20 pounds. Buckwheat.
He's gone.
He's gone.
In total, 15, 25.
God bless us sinners.
I can't do this anymore. My child, it's too painful. I can't go on. There's nothing left for me.
What can we do? We have to live. We'll live, Uncle Vanya. We'll live through long days and even longer nights, whatever our fate demands. And when we have finished working for other people without a moment's rest, then we will die. We will pass quietly, and then we will know peace. And from beyond the grave, we'll be able to look back and say that we suffered, that we wept, that we knew bitterness, and God will take pity on us. You and I, dear sweet uncle, will see a new life, bright and shining and wonderful, and we will rejoice. Then we will look back on our unhappiness with a smile, and we will rest. I truly believe this. We will rest. We will rest. We will hear the angels. We will see the sky lit up like diamonds, and we'll watch all of our suffering drown in mercy. Mercy that fills up the entire world. Our lives will be quiet, safe, and sweet, like a gentle caress from a mother or a lover. I believe it. I really do. Poor, poor Uncle Vanya, you're crying. You never knew happiness. But wait a little longer. Wait a little. We will rest. We will rest. We will rest.